Uh, okay, fine. Yeah, I'll just let me know when you have started. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Sarika ma'am, shall we start?
Yes, ma'am. Aishwarya, you can start.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. The galaxy of intellective dignitaries, our invited guest speaker, teachers, and my student friends. I, Aishwarya Shah, student of final year B Farm, welcome you all on behalf of Sinhagad College of Pharmacy. Institution's Innovation Council of Sinhagad Technical Education Society has organized this webinar on the topic New Pharma Opportunities for Startups and Entrepreneurship. Today, we are lucky enough to have Mrs. Ramita Rane ma'am with us to guide us on the topic. Welcome ma'am. Without much delay,
Thank
I
you
would
so
now
much.
like to invite Mrs. Sarika Vavhale ma'am to please present the preamble for today's session.
Thank you, Aishwarya. I'm audible? Am I audible to you all?
Yes ma'am.
Thank you, Aishwarya. A very good afternoon to one and all present here for the webinar on new pharma opportunities for startups and entrepreneurship organized by Institutions Innovation Council of Sinhagad Technical Education Societies, Sinhagad College of Pharmacy, Pune. First, I would like to welcome our today's speaker, Mrs. Namita Rane ma'am. And thank you very much, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and to be present here as a guest speaker.
Thank you so much.
As
Yeah, for inviting me.
as we all know, the Ministry of Education of Government of India implement various schemes and programs to promote the innovation and startup in educational institutes like IICs, NISP, Smart India Hackathon, Kapila, Impact Lecture Series, Startup India initiatives are also there. Our Sinhagad College of Pharmacy has established IIC since 2018, through which we always try to guide the students regarding innovations, startups, and entrepreneurship. Even the National Innovation and Startup Policy 2019 for students and faculty in health education institutes was launched by former Minister of Education in 2019. And this policy intends to guide health education institutes for promoting the students driven innovations and startups and to engage the students and faculty in innovations and startup activities. This policy aims at enabling health institutes to build, streamline, and strengthen the innovation and entrepreneurial ecosystem in the campus. In recent years, the government has taken several measures to support startups, including broadening the definition of startup, simplifying regulations, providing income tax exemptions, and setting up to rupees 10,000 crore funds for startups. Startup India is a flagship initiative of the Government of India intended to catalyze the startup culture and build a strong inclusion ecosystem for innovation and entrepreneurship in India. India currently houses the world's third largest startup ecosystem. So here, what I want to say as these much initiatives and facilities our government provide for startup and entrepreneurship. So the students should take advantage of it. And as we belongs to pharma field, we should know the various opportunities in pharma for startup and entrepreneurship. So I'm sure here the today's speaker, Ms. Namita Rane ma'am, will definitely guide us on this topic.
Hello. Hello.
Afternoon to all. I am Shrutuja Shinde, Assistant Professor of Sihagarh College of Pharmacy. Welcome you all for webinar on new pharma opportunities for startups and entrepreneurship. It's my immense pleasure to introduce our today's speaker, Mrs. Namita Rane ma'am. She's the Director of Gracious Graphics and Mrinveda Healthcare Solutions and also partner in Zoe Healthcare. She has successfully handled 7 years as a leader in hematinics, dexoran syrup, and corporate representation in various national and international level doctor conference. She has 17 years ongoing experience in pharma and advertising, and she worked as a marketing manager with the Franco Indian Pharmaceuticals Private Limited. She has won several awards like Excellent Performer in Zydus Elidac and TMG Paramount Achievement Award for upcoming young entrepreneur. She has successfully launched a new Gynec division, Zinda, in 2012 and relaunched Sharkafrol XT in 2019. With this short introduction, I would like to request Mrs. Namita Rane ma'am to start this session. Please, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much for this warm welcome and thank you for having me here. In fact, as ma'am, you were mentioning about my, credentials. There is one point I would like to mention to everybody. It's exactly 18 years today. That's 8th of August that, I actually started my career. I passed my B.Pharm somewhere in the month of June or July in 2004, and I was looking out for a job, and unfortunately there was no platform like a seminar or a webinar kind of a thing didn't exist at that particular point in time when we actually graduated. In fact, for your surprise, there weren't even mobile phones had just started. So y'all are all in a different age, a progressive age, and we used to really wait for somebody, to come down to our college and actually guide us. The ways and means of people guiding us was very mediocre, very minimal, you could say. So I would like to introduce myself. I'm audible, right? uh, I I would like to.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah. Yes. So, ma'am has already introduced about me, and in short, if I would like to say, I like best to be introduced as a pharmacist because deep down core, I am a pharmacist, and that is what inspires me. That all these years now, as I mentioned today, it's almost 18 years that I've been in this industry. Today, I'm here to discuss with you all about. The various career opportunities that we have after pharmacy, and I was mentioning to you all that when I started, there was hardly anybody to guide us actually. So let us have this seminar or a webinar as a interactive one. I guess we have final year students in this session, right? And some of the M.Pharm students as well, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, ma'am.
And the third year students.
Yes, ma'am. Third year and final year students.
Third year, final year, do we have the M.Pharm batch as well?
Yes, ma'am. Some M.Pharm students are also here.
Okay, fine. So let us have it more of an interactive session rather than, a monologue which is there. By having it as an interactive session, first I would like to know from y'all that, as y'all are in the third year or probably the final year or some of the M.Pharm aspirants, What do you all know about the various career opportunities that we have? We'll go about it a little faster. But then, what is it that you all know about the opportunities that are there in pharmacy? One by one, could you all highlight? Anybody would like to participate? Yes.
Ma'am, we can do M.Pharm or MBA, or we can go into government services.
Yeah, may I know who's talking?
Yes, ma'am, this is Aishwarya.
Okay, we can do M-Pharm or MBA and government services. By government services, anybody knows, anybody can highlight what are the government services that are there available for pharmacy graduates? One second. Let's interact, everybody, because it's the question of our careers, right?
Ma'am, drug inspector, DI.
Okay, drug inspector, a common one, a common career that we know is of a drug inspector. What else? What are the other opportunities in government sector?
Food safety officer.
Sorry, Harshal.
Food safety officer.
Food safety officer. Okay. Yeah. Other than government, what is it that we know? Like somebody mentioned MBA, right? Aishwarya mentioned MBA. So after MBA, what? And in MBA, then which field of MBA? There are various fields in MBA also. So what kind of MBA? Yes, can anybody answer?
So,
Or
ma'am, I
any,
know that there is a Pharma MBA, which is specially for B.Pharm graduates, and then there are again like marketing and all of those.
yeah, you're right, Aishwarya. There are MBAs especially for pharmacists like B.Pharm candidates. And those MBAs are based on pharma management, that is pharma marketing, or they are specialized for pharma marketing. And you can get easily placed in pharma companies through these schools who actually give pharma MBAs. You're right. Anybody else? What are the other pharmaceutical opportunities that we have in after doing B.Pharm? I'm sure you all are aware.
Ma'am, we can also go for abroad studies.
Abroad studies, but study what abroad?
Ma'am, research oriented study if we want to pursue.
Okay, so if you wish to do research, then you can go abroad to do your research studies, correct? Anything else?
Ma'am, startups.
Startups, but startups like what? See, startup word looks very nice in marketing, no? But then what exactly? By when I say startup, what does startup mean to me? As a pharma student, what does it mean to me? A startup means what? Yes.
Ma'am, it is like basically an idea which you have. If you put it into a research statement, if you have a patent of it, and then in the market you can bring that idea through the organization of a startup.
Okay, so you mean to say if you have an idea which has a patent, only then you can bring it into the market, or having just an idea is enough?
No, yeah, that is also there. Means if a person want to protect it, then they can go for patenting and all. Otherwise, it can go with a single idea. Just an idea can result into a startup if we have that entrepreneurship like characters and skills which we can acquire in the process of being a student as well.
Okay. Anybody else would like to highlight more about what are the careers that are there available with us? Okay, if not, then what I will do is I'll just share one small little presentation. Which is on. Are you all able to see my the presentation, the PPT slide?
Not yet, ma'am.
Yeah, not visible.
No, ma'am.
Meeting visible. Is it
No,
is it
ma'am, still
visible?
it is not visible.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is visible? The meeting. Yes. Can anybody tell me whether the presentation, the PowerPoint slide
Yes,
is
ma'am.
visible?
It's PowerPoint presentation, new pharma opportunities for startup and entrepreneurship.
Okay, fine. Good.
Yes, ma'am.
So
It is
I'll just
displayed.
start with the one second.
Just you can go on the full mode. So
Okay. So I'll begin with my small little presentation which I've made on the new pharma opportunities for startups and entrepreneurship. This is me, Namita, here. Now, let us in short understand about the pharma industry chain. I'm sure most of you all will be understanding. This is visible, right? My slides are visible, right?
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay. So let's begin with what the pharma industry all that any product which is made, like for example, any formulation which is made, it's manufactured in a manufacturing premises. From there, it goes to a super stockist. From a super stockist, it goes to the distributors. From the distributors, it goes to the chemist, and from the chemist, it goes through the patients, through the doctors. We're all aware about this industry chain, right? Okay, so now all the jobs that are related in the pharma industry are in and around this particular chain, which is the pharma industry chain. Does anybody know what is the value of the pharma Indian pharmaceutical market in rupees? Anybody has any idea as to what is the value of my Indian pharmaceutical market? Any guesses, wild guesses? Yes? Okay, I'll tell you all. See, basically, we are more than 1,20,000 crore market. The value of the Indian pharmaceutical market is more than 1,20,000 crores, and that is what is listed. Okay, there obviously the market will be more inflated because there is a lot of non-listed pharmaceutical drugs also which are in the circulation. So why the pharma industry gives us a lot of opportunity is because of the value of the market, and the value of the market is driven through our huge population which consumes medicines every day. So that given that it is a clear indicator that we are in a financially secure market. Okay, that means the job opportunities for us are much more. Hello. The job opportunities for us are much more as compared to the other industries or the other markets which are there. Okay, and all the jobs that are there, they are revolving this particular pharma industry chain. So, as I would like to brief in detail, there is something. Hello, hello. Okay, so there is something called as the manufacturing. Manufacturing, in the sense, actually the premises where a particular drug is manufactured. Okay, so there are. Is there somebody who has their hello?
Yes, Kapil Rathi, mute yourself.
So we have
Yes,
something
ma'am.
which
Sorry
is
for
there
the
in the
disturbance.
manufacturing.
You can continue. Yes.
We have, yeah. So there is something related to the manufacturing, that is all the jobs that are required, pharmacist uh, required in the manufacturing process. So that is one portfolio which is there. Then there is quality control, which is there in manufacturing, which we have job opportunities. There is something called as quality assurance, which we are aware of. That can be one job opportunity. Then there is something called as research and development. Somebody was mentioning about going abroad and studying. So that is maybe developing new molecules and doing R&D for various molecules. Just for your information, generally all the patented drugs or the molecules or the formulations, they come majorly from the US, Europe, and even for that matter, Japan. These are the molecules which are on patent. They circulate in the Indian market, and once they go off patent, it is at that time that any and every company can start marketing them. Till the time they are patented drugs, only one particular company who is allowed to market that particular molecule. Once it goes off patent, it is only then when other companies can actually copycat those combinations and make their own products out of it. Okay, so just for your information, just recently sitagliptin is one molecule which is going off patent. So now we are getting around 10-15 with sitagliptin all at once. So R&D is one field which is a vast field. There is something which is called as a legal and regulatory segment also, where we have job opportunities. Because we are pharmacists and we understand the laws of pharmacy, there are job opportunities related to this also in the legal as well as regulatory in manufacturing, that is in pharma companies. This is also some not so known job opportunity which is there. Now, first I talk about all the job opportunities, then I will come to the entrepreneurship point of view which is there. Pharmacovigilance is one stream which is there. Again, manufacturing. Here we come at an entrepreneur mode, where we actually set up manufacturing plants for various drugs which are or formulations which are required. The ideal thing is to work in a company, setup is, and then you actually make our own manufacturing unit, set up an own manufacturing. Now, in manufacturing itself, there is a lot of diversification. There are some people who manufacture. There are some people who actually manufacture, have a tableting factory, have a syrup manufacturing unit. Okay, there are people who do only food products, that is, which are regulated by the FSSAI, those products. I know people, colleagues of mine, who have started manufacturing the equipment required for pharma setups. I have certain friends of mine who are pharmacists, who have diversified manufacturing unit of maybe a syrup or a tableting unit, and they also manufacture the boxes required for their products. So that is one additional set of startup which they get, or a side income that they get from that manufacturing facility. So manufacturing itself is a very diverse topic. We can manufacture all these items. Now you all would say, ma'am, we are just bee farms or maybe just started. How we can think of actually having such a big investment, and because that is what used to come to my mind also. In fact, I never dreamt that I will also be an entrepreneur someday. But then once you get into how a factory runs, we have to look at it from that point of view, that how is the place that where I am working, suppose I'm how is it actually working? What are the things required? If we have that kind of mindset, we will definitely learn ways of having in our colleges, and more so in my college also. For your information, I'm a pass out from Government College of Pharmacy, Karad. So we were basically given whatever knowledge we were given for jobs. We always knew that this will be my career, but we never thought that okay, even I can actually own a pharma company. I can also manufacture particular goods. I can also provide this service. We never thought about it because there was nobody to guide us actually what all are the things required. Now, there is one very interesting startup which can be done, which will come later on in legal and regulatory, where I know one of my friends who actually does legal and regulatory documents for products which are being registered under our DCGI. So even FSSAI, he provides knowledge to startups or people who are doing manufacturing of pharma drugs. He actually looks after their documentation, and he charges them fees for whatever documentations are done by him. He is a legal advisory also for the entire documentation for their pharmaceutical brands. So that is also one startup career which we can have uh, as a business, not as a job. Okay, he actually does it as a business where he is an advisor for various pharma startups on various documentation, legal as well as regulatory, which are required. So that is also one field which we can look at. Marketing and sales. Now, once we are actually having a product made, there are we need to sell that particular product, right? So that is done through marketing and sales. Can anybody highlight as to what are the various marketing and sales opportunities that we know? I really want people to interact as far as this is concerned, because and I don't want to see people telling me as to what are the various opportunities that we know which come under sales and marketing. Yes. Anybody has any idea about what I'm talking actually about sales and marketing? Yeah. Are you all there, or am I talking to myself?
We are there, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Yeah, anybody, sales, marketing. We have heard of sales, this person has got a job in sales, or so this person has got a job in marketing. Are we aware about what are the fields that are there for what is it people do who are in sales and marketing? Okay, I'll just guide you all.
Hello,
See,
hello.
whenever any product is being manufactured, yeah, somebody was saying, yeah. Yes, who is it attempting to talk? Okay, I'll just tell you all. See, basically, you all must have heard of this term called MR, right? Medical representative.
Yes, ma'am.
These are the people who are actually taking all what is manufactured here to okay. So they are called as technically they are the position is medical representatives. They are called as business managers, territory managers in some companies like Cipla calls it territory managers. Now these are the people who take their products to the doctors, brief them about the doctors, and once they brief them about the doctors, they actually sell their product. They are given targets for their particular region. Like for example, if you all are based in Pune, so there are about 6 people who are working in Pune. Each person will have one area, and then they actually get targets to sell their particular products. They are supposed to meet doctors, they are supposed to meet chemists. Everybody knows about it. But then there are lots of opportunities are there in sales and marketing as well, especially marketing. There is something, at least I didn't know what field I took. I didn't know when I was in my B Farm. That is a field called as marketing. Now, sales and marketing are two different things. Sales is when a person goes in the field and talks about his products to the various doctors. He is in the field, he's a field person. But marketing is something called as a field which is a product manager. A product manager means he handles products like he will handle Crocin, he will handle Dolo 650, he will handle products like amoxicillin and clavulanic acid combinations, Augmentin. He is the person who will handle products like Pantodac or Pan 40. So these are the brands that they will handle. They need to analyze it, how it is selling in different parts of the country, how they are supposed to know which territory is selling how much, what is the indication in which the doctor is writing my product. And after this analysis, he makes a campaign for the product. He actually makes designs a campaign like this is the lead behind literature that will go. This is the scientific thing that I am going to promote my product on. This is the campaign that I'm going to provide for my doctors. These are the conferences in which I'm going to participate. This is the sample catch cover that I'm going to give. So this planning is done by these people called as marketing people who are there, and they are called. Okay, so this is also one job opportunity which is there. I'm telling you, this is a base for the business opportunity which is related to this. Okay, now coming. So, let's come back to the career opportunities. Like we can have medical stores, we can have hospitals, we can have nursing homes. I can tell you something about hospitals. Like it looks very basic, but then I'm also a director at Murunveda Healthcare, which is my husband's firm, and he runs it. I am a silent partner there, a pharmacist there, definitely. But there are opportunities of handling hospital pharmacies, which is also a business opportunity which we pharmacists can handle very well. Like there are doctors who are having hospitals, but there are now, like suppose I am a doctor and I have a hospital, I have to give my pharmacy to be run by somebody who is knowledgeable. So that becomes a career opportunity, a business opportunity for a person who knows everything about medicines. He can become an entrepreneur in handling small hospitals, like hospital pharmacies, like for example a 50-bedded hospital, a 20-bedded hospital, a 100-bedded hospital, where I can take on contract hospital pharmacies and I can actually run them because I am a person who is knowledgeable about it, and I can use it as an opportunity to run that particular hospital. Same is true for nursing homes, gynac nursing homes. if you are having a tie-up with some doctors who know you well, or you can approach them, and you can get business opportunities where you can actually get pharmacy done then. Okay, and as I mentioned you, all the jobs are there in the industry. Manufacturing segment, that is quality control, quality because of the academics that is there. In fact, academics is also one opportunity where you actually think of launching a college. So that becomes a business opportunity for you in academics. Maybe I'm looking a little larger than life, but then that is what is needed, you know. We need to think big to become a business entrepreneur. We need to think a little what others don't think actually to become an entrepreneur. So academics is one field. Fields related to academics is also one field which is there, which is not very much thought of, but then you know that is one business opportunity which can be thought about. Pharma sales, as I mentioned. See, the way I talked about manufacturing of products, similarly, sales of products is also a business opportunity. Like, for example, I don't need to manufacture my own product. What I will do is I will simply take a product from a manufacturer and I will sell it under my company name. That means I will establish one company. I will have say 4, 5, 10 products, and I have a team of 5, 10 medical representatives, or I can begin with only me doing the marketing, and I can take those products, promote it to the doctor. Whatever sales comes is is my achievement of value that is there. As my business grows, I have say 5, 10, 15 people, 20 people. I launch it all across Maharashtra first, then I go to the West, then I launch in Pan India. That's also one way in which I can do sales in pharma uh, marketing. There is something which is also an online pharmaceutical sales which is coming up. That means online products are being sold. So that is also done by many of the pharmacists are getting into online sale of pharmaceutical products. Okay. Like for example, Zoe Healthcare, where also I'm a partner, is also having business online. So we kind of engage patients and we directly sell our products through the to the patient. Government jobs, FDAs. See,
Ma'am,
hospital pharmacy is also, yeah, yes.
I think we are not visible with your slides.
Sorry. Sorry, I couldn't
Yes,
hear
yes,
you.
ma'am. Yes, yes. It's visible, ma'am. It's visible.
Okay, okay. So government jobs and pharmacists, etc., is also one job. See, many government jobs means it's not just drug inspector. There are government hospitals, there are government nursing homes, there are government pharmacy, nursing homes. There are even in rural areas there are opportunities like what is called as the Prathamik Chikitsa Kendra. There also there are a lot of pharmacists recruited. Okay, so there are jobs of pharmacists out there as well. So that is also one government opportunity which is there. A government opportunity also comes in our defense where we have requirement of pharmacists. Government posts are there for. Okay, then there are pharmacists required for various other in fact, even private banks they require pharmacists. Where you all know this area in Bandakurla complex, which is having complete area is only of banks. There is a pharmacist recruited in each of the banks, one doctor and one pharmacist. So they are the people who are actual pharmacists recruited. So that is also one job opportunity for us. Okay. Now some unexplored opportunities. How many of you all, nobody mentioned about clinical research, about what opportunities there? Can anybody let me know what are the job opportunities as a clinical associate, or are we aware of this? Okay, I'll explain. See, whenever any particular drug gets into the market, now, like for example, I give you the example of sitagliptin. Okay, so whenever sitagliptin has to get into the market, before it actually is declared safe, I'm sure you all must be aware there are various phases of trials, clinical phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. We know it more because of this COVID vaccine trials. There are on-site officers who are called as clinical research associates who actually do these trials in hospital scenario. So these are people who actually companies like Quintiles, companies like yeah, Quintiles is the my memory, but there are various companies who actually work on is done by these. So they do a lot of hiring of pharmacists where you can work as a clinical research associate office on a daily basis has to be managed and has to be compiled on a larger scale, because one hospital one data is coming, second hospital some data is coming, third hospital some data is coming. All this data from various places comes together and needs to be uploaded, managed, made into charts, and all that stuff. These are the people who are called data management associates, and they prefer pharmacists are not know the computer surface. So that is also one field which is existing, and this is one job opportunity in the clinical research. They're especially meant for pharmacists, medical billing and insurance. All the insurance companies, they have pharmacists appointed who actually work in screening the data of patients and settling their claims. They are well paid opportunities. They don't feel that all these are not very well paid jobs and don't have a future. They are very well paid job opportunities which are there. Yeah, this comes to the field that I was in, that is product management. I already mentioned to you about being a product executive. There is one more field which is called as a medical writing, which not many people know. And I will explain you FDA licensing and medico marketing agencies. Now, medical writing and medico marketing agencies and product management, these are all interlinked. So I'll explain all of this together. See, basically, uh, any pharma company, one second, any pharma company is having its own products which are being there in the market. Now I give you an example of Cipla. So Cipla has say hundreds and hundreds of products in the market. Okay. Now each of the company, each of Cipla has one division. Now in one division there are say 600 MRs. Like Pune mein ek rahega, there will be one at Karad, one at Sadara. All these is the chain which is there of the field staff. I explained to you about the marketing staff. That there is somebody in the product management also who does all the marketing or the product management guys. Okay. Now, these product management guys also require external help, in the sense they require somebody who can give the scientific content. They require somebody who can actually design their leave behinds. They require somebody who can actually do their product manuals. So that is done by medico marketing or brand advertising agencies like us, So Grey Shades is nothing but one of these medical marketing agencies, okay, who does all the marketing stuff for them. So like, I am having, as Grey Shades, I'm having clients like Cipla, I'm having Sun Pharma, I'm having Mankind, I'm having FDC, I have Lupin, Reliance. I work for all these companies. My team works for all these companies. Now, who all are there in my team? I have product executives, okay, who are generally B farms, preferred B farms or D farms, who have done their MBAs and who have 1 or 2 years experience in sales. Okay, so they are the ones who build the strategies for various brands. So basically, what we do is what a company does internally also. We provide external help to them. Okay, so we have product executives, we have medical writers, this field of medical writing, which can be done as a business opportunity also, as I mentioned to you. So I have people associated, about 10 medical writers, who can write content on each of the segments. जैसे आपके books में you all must be having, for example, you'll have pharmacology, right? So pharmacology is divided into various disease as per the disease, right? Like oncology one segment, gastro is one segment, cardiology is one segment. So similarly, medical writers who write only on oncology, medical writers who write only on cardiovascular drugs or therapies or diseases. So they become experts over a period of time. They understand what the job is and they take freelance jobs. Either they work in agencies like us, or at least the medical writers whom I am associated are majorly freelancers who actually write medical content. They do a lot of research from various papers, books, and all that. These are generally MPharm guys who have done a lot of research and then they get into medical writing. So this is also one field which is very interesting for people who like bookish and study and research oriented kind of stuff. There's also one very good opportunity which is there, that is medical writing. Now, who all are the other people have employed with me? So we have graphic designers. Now, graphic designers who can make the content. We actually do videos. We have language. Patient education is also one field that the pharma companies look at. How we can educate patients. So the content is written by my product executive, but the design is made by my graphic designer. And उसको language में भी translate करना पड़ेगा ना. Suppose I have one article which is made in English. I cannot go all around in Pune and expect that everybody understands English. A normal patient will understand a language called Marathi. So I need to translate that in Marathi. So that is how that is also one business opportunity, that is translation, medical translation, patient education translation, which comes into play. So I have a team of translators who can translate in various Indian languages and foreign languages also. So that content is translated. I have a team who looks after events like doctor conferences, gynecology conferences if they are there. They go and actually participate in those conferences, interact with them. There are agencies who do market survey, PMS, which is post-market market surveillance, where we actually need to survey on drugs after it comes into the market. So clinical trials, whatever is happening at an end which is before the drug is, in the market. But after the drug is manufactured, after it comes into the market, also we need to know from doctors as to how that particular molecule has fared. Okay. So that is called as PMS, which is carried out by agencies like us. And we require pharmacists to go on field because they are the ones who can actually talk science to the doctors. We cannot expect a layman or a person who is not having any knowledge about medicines to go and interact with doctors. So this is also one career opportunity which is there as far as medico marketing agencies like us are concerned. So we are based in New Panvel, which is on the outskirts of Navi Mumbai, and there are various agencies like us who are there operating in the market. This is a very rare field which I chose probably. We actually started small. You know, I was also working as a product executive. We started small, but then we slowly started building up. Innovation is one thing which is very much required because every time you have to bring newer things in the market. And we are grown now. We have a team of around, say, 30 people in my team, 32, 35 people in my team, who are working on various aspects of marketing. So, this is something which I wanted to highlight as far as the newer fields which are there are concerned. So, this is what I have for you all. If you all have any doubts or if you all want to ask me certain questions, most welcome. Or please feel free to ask because it's very important that we actually we more. Don't hesitate. Please ask.
Excuse me, ma'am, am I audible?
May I know who's speaking?
Yeah, ma'am, this is Aishwarya speaking.
Yeah, Aishwarya. Yes, go
Ma'am,
on.
ma'am, I had a doubt that, okay, if I start a startup or I become an entrepreneur, like what would be the first few things which I have to do? Like, do I have to set up a team or like, do I have to work on my capital or have to work on my product? Like, how exactly that happens?
See, it's a very good question, Aishwarya, and I'm really proud that somebody is asking me this.
Thank you, ma'am.
Basically, you need to have a good idea. You need to have a good idea, Aishwarya. For that, you need to understand that what is it that interests you more, one. Second, you need to understand the market also because you need to understand, like, which is a field which can actually give you can understand what are the various opportunities in that interest. Okay, like I'll give you my example. I was honestly not very much interested in manufacturing because I felt that is a routine job. I like adventure. I like newer things every day. I cannot do same job every time. I had to put time there, no? It wouldn't interest me. Manufacturing products is what I can do even today. But my interest is more in, understanding science. I like interacting with people. I am a person who can go. So I understood my interest first. कि like भाई क्या काम है जिससे मैं बोर नहीं होंगी कभी. Try and understand that first. Once you understand that first, you need to work out on an idea as to what is my idea. Is my idea relevant today? And is my idea relevant after 10 years also? So try and see, it's very early for you all to understand all this, but then it's not bad in thinking. It's not wrong in to think and to visualize. Okay. So once we get into what is that idea that I am having, then probably you can work out on the capital and how do I start, whether I started small or I started out with a team. That is all your decision. It's a vast topic, entrepreneurship, where we actually are in the first step, that is to understand ki bhai, what are the things which are there in pharma entrepreneurship. Okay, so later on, as to whether I start with whether I have a team or whether I actually, how do I start and source money? Various ways also of sourcing money. Nowadays, YouTube is such a good source of information along with Google that you just have a question in mind and you can get answers. But then from my experience, the idea and your interest is the first and primary thing that you need to keep in mind, because what interests you now will interest you later on also. It should not be that, just because there is an opportunity here or this looks simple, I do it. No, it should interest you also. You should be passionate for it, that way.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, anybody else who wants to ask any questions? Have you all understood what is the essence of my talk? Because your silence is scaring me.
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions? I can see names like Aman, Bavaskar, Amruta, Anuj. Any questions? Ganesh. Just for my information, ma'am, like where are we having most of our students from? Are they from Mumbai, Pune, or from all over? How is it?
Yes, ma'am. It's all from Maharashtra, all over Maharashtra.
Okay, but more so from which cities?
Yes, from Pune, Mumbai, and also from Latur, Nanded.
Okay, okay. Any questions?
Yes, the students who have any question can directly unmute and speak. Yes, Aishwarya. If there are no questions, we can proceed further.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am,
Wait,
should I
Aishwarya.
make the appeal
Yes.
now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sure.
Yeah. See, yeah, I just wanted to mention one thing that, yeah, Sonali, any questions? Oh, okay. I just wanted to mention one thing that, we at Grey Shades are also providing opportunities for final year students, pass outs, and MPharm students if pass outs. This is an opportunity for the pass outs where we are providing internship program. What we actually felt, because I have been giving webinars in many colleges in Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Pune, even for that matter, in Kolhapur and all. Some understanding of the industry is also important along with the industrial training that we provide. So we are at Grey Shades are providing this opportunity of a 6-month internship program at various posts which are specified only for pharmacists, like for example, business development. Okay, the second one is an operations trainee out here, a project executive who looks after our in-house projects. So the details of which I have given it to Sarika ma'am. Okay, like for example, business development executive will be a person who will be interacting directly with the product managers of various MNCs. Okay, he will explain our products to them and he will try to get business from them. So that will kind of develop our entrepreneurial sales skills also, and also it gives us an opportunity to understand what the pharma industry is actually about. Okay, so we are providing with this 6-month internship program for business development executive. For product project executive, it's basically whatever jobs the business development executive brings, how it is in-house executed. That means suppose I'm getting a leave behind literature to design or a scientific LBL to design. How do I have to actually make it? So that training I will get. I will get a training how to manage jobs. I will get a training how to manage doctor conferences through the companies, through the pharma companies only, because they are the ones who actually provide us jobs. An operations executive is a person who actually is a link between the business development executive and a project executive, where he actually helps in the entire execution of a job, a complete execution, right from procurement to looking after the operations and the end product. So this is a 6 month internship program that we are providing at Grey Shades, and we will be providing a stipend to them also, to the candidates. And as we are located in a location, we can help provide with the accommodation to the trainees. So if at all you all are interested, or if at all any of your pass out, I mean your pass out colleagues are interested, you can send across the details, which I guess Sarika ma'am has, or you all can share my contact number and email ID. Ma'am, you can share the number, or I can actually put it in the chat, and you all can directly contact me, send the CVs or whatever, and we can take it ahead from there. From there.
Yes, ma'am, sure. Sure, ma'am. I will circulate that messages in the groups and accordingly we can plan it.
Okay, yeah.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, first of all, thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable inputs and guiding us so promptly and actually clearing all our doubts. I would now like to invite Mrs. Sonali Pawar, ma'am, to present the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Ishwarya. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. And when I'm present here, I feel honored to propose vote of thanks on behalf of a Sinhagar Technical Education Society, Sinhagar College of Pharmacy, Vadgaon, Budra, Pune. I extend a really hearty vote of thanks to our today's guest, Mrs. Namita Rane, Madam. She's a director, Grey Shades graphic writer, who spared the time from his busy schedule to grace the occasion. Today, we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, ma'am, and this will surely be going to encourage us in our future events too. My heart fills with a lot of gratitude for our today's guest speaker, Mrs. Navita, ma'am. She enlightening us with their comfortable talk and on this subject, new farmer opportunities for startups and entrepreneurship, and also clearing our concepts, enhancing our understanding towards this topic too. Thank you once again, madam, for your valuable guidance to all. We are thankful to our Honorable Founder President Professor M.N. Navle sir, Founder Secretary Dr. Mrs. Sunanda Navle Madam, Vice President, she's Admin Mrs. Arjuna Navle Ashtikar Madam, Vice President HR Mr. Rohit M. Navle sir, for their motivation. I am running short words to express my humble thanks to our Principal Sir, Dr. Rajesh B. Patil sir, for arranging, planning, making this meeting successful. Your support and motivation lead us on the path of the success. I would like to thank to Sada ma'am and Sarika ma'am also, teaching staff, non-teaching staff, for their active participation in making this session graceful and successful. Once again, thanks to one and all present here for your contribution in this meeting. Now I conclude this meeting is done. Thank you so much. Thank you, Navita
Thank
ma'am. Thank you, Sarika.
thank you.
Everyone
Thank
take a
you so
group
much. Thank
photos.
you.
Yes, everyone. Yes, then on your cameras, we will take a group photo.
Kindly on everyone your camera for a group photo session, please. I request everyone to please on your camera. Thank you once again, everyone.
Yes, thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Namita ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much.